Hello, welcome to Scrap Time episode 975. My name is Christine, and on today's episode I'm showing you the Jenni Bowlin stencils for the Crafters Workshop. Jenni Bowlin teamed up with the Crafters Workshop to put out 6 stencil designs. They come in the 6x6 format and the 12x12 format. This one here is some vines, and I've used it on a couple of samples here. You can see the smaller vines that I gessoed, and then the larger vines that I did some black molding paste with. Then we have this netting design. And here I used the larger one, and you should be able to see it's just a clear embossing paste over top of a background just to get some texture. And then on this card I used a few of the stencils, and so this little texture is in the middle of this card through here. Then we have this really fun pattern design, again in the small. So in the small one I used it here in the corners just to give some little design. But then this is really fun. I used the larger one with colored embossing pastes, and I sort of blended them through, and it gives you a really fun background pattern. And then we have stars, which is a really big trend, it seems, these days. And so I used the small stars just on the top of this card with some gold embossing pastes. And then I used the larger stars here where I embossed through the stencil and then put gold embossing powders. So small and large stars. This is one of my favorites. I think it's vintage wallpaper. And here I used the small one with some embossing paste and dilutions inks. And then here I used the larger one with some paint through the stencil. And then finally there's the stenciled numbers. And back to this card I used the stencil numbers just up the side of the card there. Now a lot of these cards that I'm showing you were actually made in my Exploring Art Journaling 4 class. A lot of the background designs in that. I show you how to do these. So if you're interested in learning any of these techniques, you can check out that class, the Exploring Art Journaling 4. Now I'm going to just show you quickly. I have this card here, and I've used the white embossing pastes through the vintage wallpaper stencil, the mini one. And I'm just going to use my Derwent Inktense pencils that I showed you the other day. I used purple the other day, so how about I use some blues today? And I'm just going to put some blue on the card. I'm going to get a few different blues going on here. I'm going to throw some pink into the mix too, just to change it up. I'll go between. So you can put any colors of these pencils together. You want to choose colors though that of course will blend nicely together. You don't want opposite colors that will make it all go muddy brown. But there I have some pink and some blues. And then I'm just going to get my paintbrush. This is Dina Wakley's new brush. And I'm just going to go over it with water. And blend out some of those colors. And then you can see some of that design popping up where the pencils went over the embossing paste. It picked it up a bit more, whereas here where no pencil was on top of it. The other thing too is that the pencil and the color will get into all those little crevices and sort of form a little shadow around the embossing paste. And so you can add more color to this to make it pop more. And you can dry it and then add another layer of color. And it just shows you one way you can use the stencils with embossing paste, and then basically any watercolor medium. I just used the pencils just to show you another way you can use the pencils. And that is the Jenni Bowlin stencils for the Crafters Workshop. Well, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to check out our website at www.scraptime.ca. And on our next episode, I'm going to be showing you Dina Wakely's paints from Ranger. So please join us. Thanks for watching Scrap Time.